everyone, how are you guys? Thus, the different location that I'm dealing with. We packed up for an overnighter and my brother is going to perform a concert tonight at his college. So we have a few hours before then and I thought I would do a review on Love is the Higher Law by David Levithan. I read this on the way here. It was about a 4-hour trip and I read it in like an hour and a half, 2 hours because it's like tiny. And this is my first David Levithan book and I certainly don't regret it. I have a few things to point out. Little disclaimer that I'm going to put in the description. If you haven't read the description, pause it and do it now. This book deals with controversial topics such as homosexuality and I have plenty of views on that. So plenty of my religious views are going to come out in this, so I'm a Christian. If you don't like that, go ahead and leave now. If you do and you decide that you want to dislike the video, fine by me, I don't care. And I'm just going to be talking about it, and I know that the homosexuality isn't the exact plot of the book, but it was a main part because one of our main characters was a homosexual, so there is kind of, you know, a whole bunch of things in there about it. So I just thought I would tell you guys that now, so make your peace with that fact. And there are going to be spoilers in this video, but there's honestly not that much to spoil. It's kind of, I mean, the synopsis is World War, or not World War II, wow, 9/11, so, you know, there's that. So if you haven't read it, go ahead and go away because spoilers, but if you have, go ahead and stay, and I would love to discuss this with you. So, hi spoilery people. This, like I said, was my first David Levithan novel, and I really wasn't disappointed. I knew for a while that he wrote a whole bunch of homosexual books, which, you know, whatever, I don't really care about that. That just, that's what he wants to write about. That has nothing to do with me, but, and no matter what the character is like, it's all about the book, so I don't mind, honestly, reading about that. But, so one of the characters in here named Jasper, which, oh my gosh, when I found out that his name was Jasper, I was about to die, because that is literally the best name I've ever heard ever. So, I mean, like, yes, please, just thank you. But this book definitely was beautiful and lyrical in the way that it flowed and that the sentences melded together. Even though it was straight to the point and raw and just, I mean, what it was straight to the point. It still managed to be poetic in the way that it showed the tragedy and how people reacted to the horrors of 9/11. Because, you know, and it's in different POVs, which was super cool and definitely added a touch because we were able to hear from different points of views. And I think I really liked Claire, and I liked how she dealt with it, that's a word, dealt with it. And how whenever she was in school and, you know, this happened because people were, I mean, they were just going about their lives. We weren't just sitting at home and then, you know, terrorists attacked. We were going about our regular lives. So for Claire, you know, she was in school and her first thought was her mom, of course. It would always be the parents. I don't think her dad was brought up in this, but whatever. You know, it was her mom, and then her baby brother, well, not baby, younger brother in like the 1st grade or 2nd grade, who is, they live an evidently small school, so she, as the first thought. Honestly, that'd be me too, because I am ridiculously close to my family, and I mean, that'd be my first thought, would be my family, are they okay? And I liked how she dealt with it and how she went to go to his class and, you know, help the teacher get all the kids calm and work with that, so that was really nice. I did like the character of Jasper. I thought he was just really quirky and sassy and funny, and also Peter. I thought, you know, as friends, they had really good chemistry. I don't agree with the route that David Levithan decided to take with their relationship, but I definitely think that they had good character chemistry and that they worked well together and that they had things that they had in common so that they were able to get along. Honestly, though, towards the end, whenever Claire and Jasper went to that, I think it was Central, I have no idea, I think it was Central Park, and they were looking at like the memorials and the signs and stuff. Whenever, and it was like really cold, and Claire was like, Jasper put his arm around me, not in like a romantic way or anything, she said, not even in the way that a parent would or a brother would. It was just a sweet, friendly gesture. I thought that was absolutely so sweet, and guys, I shipped them. I totally did. The second that happened, I'm like, please, 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 David Levithan, why can't we just, oh my gosh, oh man, I really wanted Jasper and Claire to end up getting together at some point or something, but I mean, Peter and Jasper, just whatever, I don't really care, but I just thought that this book definitely did show plenty of how New York reacted, because David Levithan was in New York when I keep saying World War II, when 9/11 happened, and so you know, I mean, he was bound to feel some of the emotions because of all the people around him, and I mean, he was there, but with all these characters being so close by and having to deal with the loss that other people were having, even though I don't think any of them actually lost family, they didn't lose any family themselves, but people close to them did, like Claire's friend or acquaintance at school. And, you know, I mean, the characters, even though these characters were fictional, they definitely felt real and their problems felt real, which is what's necessary in a book, especially one of such difficult and interesting and hardly touched topics in young adult fiction. And I just thought that that was really cool and really brave of David Levithan to go ahead and write a book about that. And since he was there, I mean, I probably would too. And he said in the acknowledgement, which I thought that was really cool, he said that many of the quotes in this book are just things that the characters say are things that he wrote in emails to his friends, which again, I just thought it made it a lot more realistic, because this was a real problem, continues to be, we're all aware of it. And so I thought it was cool that David Levithan put kind of the realistic, actual reality touch to it. So that was really cool. You know, it was a really awesome, quick read to just go through. And like I said, I read it in like 2 hours. It's tiny, but it's, like I said, it still definitely carries enough emotions to still be a plot, like an amazing book. And if it wasn't, you know, so thin, if it wasn't good, it would be thicker. But the fact that it's small goes ahead and gets to the point that, yeah, this happened, it sucked, but we're still managing to get through it. And even though the pain comes back every year, we manage. You know, so I think that the shortness of this book definitely did add something to it. And so this will not be my last David Levithan book. I did enjoy it, and I enjoyed his writing style, absolutely. And I think the next book I'm going to read by him is Dashing Lily's Book of Dares, which he partner wrote with Rachel Kahn, and that's like a Christmassy book, so yeah, holidays. So that was my review on Love is the Higher Law. Go down below in the comments and tell me what you thought about it, and, you know, all of these things. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.